what you're about to see is a movie project on how to make a movie project. There are two students, both Nathaniel Gruber and Joe Everyman, who are going to create their own projects as a means for a review. And as we watch them, we're going to notice that both of them are having trouble with it, both of them are not doing things quite right, and we're going to learn from their experiences. Without further ado. Okay, and keep in mind, you only have 2 weeks until the final. You should be reading every night, refreshing what you've already learned. Our review sessions will be every night from 7:30 until 9. There we go. Neolithic Revolution. But that, class, is a story for another day. Okay? I'd like to talk to Joe Everyman and Nathaniel Gruber just a couple seconds at the end of class here. And the rest of you, enjoy your weekend. Okay. So, you guys want to hazard a guess as to why I called you two aside instead of anybody else in here?
I would, and I'd be happy to help my friend Everyman here on his video project.
To help you?
As his mentor.
Hey, we're all doing this project, but I'm worried about you two in particular. Okay? And despite the fact that I'd like you to help him, I'm actually more worried about you. And you've really not been pulling your weight. I think what we need to do is, I'm going to try to tack a little extra credit for your grades, because I can tell you're struggling. But you're going to need to apply yourselves. Okay, and why don't you tell me, Nathaniel, what your strengths and weaknesses are in this class?
Yes, allow me to opine on the subject. My strengths are certainly my artistic prowess, first and foremost. I reject the false dichotomy of art and science, as well as all labels, indeed, and, fashion myself as a modern artist. And thus, I view this class and all its contents through such a lens not unlike the lens I shall be using in this video project. In fact, I would wager I have no essential weaknesses in the realm of this scholastic endeavor.
How do you feel pretty comfortable with this video project?
I mean, I think I have the ideal demeanor to be a student in this kind of environment, but I just don't seem to be flourishing. I have inquisitiveness. I have a certain, willingness to keep pressing on despite obstacles and to study, exuberantly and for prolonged periods of time on a nightly basis. I mean, I've organized like 8-hour marathon study sessions for the last couple weeks.
Okay.
And what more do I need to do? I mean,
that's what we're here to talk about. Okay.
I wish I could just do more, I think sometimes I just care too much.
This video needs to be between 10 and 15 minutes in length, which is not much, okay?
What if we wanted to make it 40?
Okay, that would be a little too much for our class.
Well,
we only have 40 minutes.
Well, yes, but most short films are at least 40 nowadays.
You said 10 to 15 minutes,
Okay.
I mean...
Well, yes.
If it's over, then you're going to be penalized. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit more about this, but you guys need to get to math class. If you have any more questions, feel free to email me, let me know, okay?
I will not, but thank you for the offer.
Can I have your home address and phone number as well?
Let's stick to email.
Okay, but I know where you live anyway, so if I just want to come over.
Let me know beforehand, please.
And when you say, general, more general, like what kind of...
Just a broader chapter, maybe a chapter.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Joe, okay? All right, have a good day.
I wait for the future.
Now, both Joe and Nathaniel are having trouble selecting their topic for different reasons. You're going to notice in this that Nathaniel is just going to pick a topic out of the blue, whereas Joe is going to be spending a lot of time looking through various sources, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but he takes it to an extreme. Your goal is to find a happy middle ground. Consult your textbook, consult the internet, find something that's important to you that you'd like to know more about.
These are the rules. And to hell with them. I'm not going to be suckered in by the corporate educational complex. The great Karl Marx once said, "The agency of man can be traced to the very simple elements. He can, in fact, do nothing more than produce motion. And that, my friends, is what I shall do. Produce motion. Pictures. Ha ha!"
Yeah, it's, I've been working hard, ever since class on Thursday, trying to figure out what is it that I'm gonna do my video project on. There's history, is this big, and I've got to find something, this big to make a video. And there's so much I could choose from. I've tried scouring the textbook, I've tried scouring the interwebs, and what I've found is basically what seems to be the most feasible is either to reconstruct something along the lines of a narrative history of the Civil War using only first-person accounts, only primary documents.
Some people said this is a bit of a jaunty hat, but I can't help it. That's who I am. That's who I love. Me.
Or else kind of a step-by-step, punch-by-punch, blow-by-blow analysis of 1972 naval legislation, specifically, principalities working them out, what are the naval borderlines between nations and, island chains, specifically, like around Fiji. I'm particularly interested in the kind of heated debates that went on in 1972, specifically in March, between Thomas Dryweather and Samuel Claymouth, specifically a particular interchange.
Yes, I can see it now. I can see a vision. It's coming. It's coming. Retrieving repressed memories right now. Retrieving. Yes, there they are. Oh, I feel them. And now I'm ready. That is the artistic process, my friends. I'm going to do the Lincoln-Douglas debates, the famous debates between our 43rd President, Abraham Lincoln, and Frederick Douglass. I will take them on and reveal the hypocrisy of the ignorance of the times and the capitalist system as it exists now.
I could do just about anything. History. What does the word history mean? History just means the study of something that's happened. Well, then everything's history. What isn't history? Me doing this was history. Me doing this is history. I could document this very moment. I could do the history of this conversation that I'm having with you right now.
Okay, after you've selected your topic, you might kind of want to sketch out what you'd like happening in your movie. It's very difficult to just jump into the movie right away without much of an idea of what you're going to be doing when. Obviously, in the editing process, you can move things around, and it's not very difficult to do. But it helps if you can draw out maybe some sketches of what you would like happening at what point in the movie.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Right now, I'm deep in this process. As you can see, I'm working hard. I've got every possible method and instrument for calculation or analysis that one could possibly desire. Trying to work out the subtle and exact methodology that I need to pursue in order to have a successful outcome of my project.